so well. What's it like coming back to Resident Evil?
It's great.
I mean, you just died, like, not, and you're already back. They didn't let you. They didn't let you have that much of a break.
And I had a good death scene too.
You did, great scene.
I tell you, I was so proud of that death scene. It was a really nice death scene.
Probably,
giving myself up for everybody else, and
you were like the hero of the entire group.
And then everything blows up as I'm smoking a what would might or might not be an illegal substance. I presume. But it was great. No, it was lovely. It was really, really lovely. I never got to work with Paul as a director before, and Paul is so phenomenal. So much fun to work with, and he really just enjoys himself. He has a blast. When I first met him on number 2, he just seemed like this almost like a kid that just plays video games to me. It just seemed like this, and he kept a lot of that. I know he's a dad now. They're married. And they're both becoming responsible.
That's what Michelle was just saying.
And they said it with the same amount of
the same kind of snideness.
No, really,
Don't want to drink with.
It's funny because it struck me. What I did was I went back and watched all the movies before we shot this one. So I watched from 1 all the way to number 4, and it's amazing to watch Mila kind of gracefully age from number 1, because number 1 she looks
She's
like
so
this
young,
teenager, just like this young baby girl, and then all of a sudden number 4 she's like this beautiful, elegant, almost mature woman, and number 5 more so, so there is an aspect of that. Paul, I don't think Paul aged at all. He's just fun. He's just having a blast from the time we were. I didn't get to work with him on number 2. I didn't, other than meeting him before. I didn't really get to work.
Right,
with him.
it's a different director. Yeah,
he was doing, I think, Alien Predator or whatever it was, But in number 3, he was with us in the desert. He was there the whole time, and he directed a few scenes, and so I got to work with him then and spend some more time with him, and he's so great. He's really wonderful, and this one, he's just happy all the time. Big smile. He walk in on set in the morning. He's like, "Oh, so all we're doing is this now," and then we go in and cut his head off, and then he put him with this thing, and he just envelop their brain, and then you eat it, and it's so great,
Is this the biggest one, you think, of the 5?
Oh yeah, for sure. They grow.
They seem to get bigger and bigger.
And bigger. But it's really beautiful. It's really, really, really beautiful. I was lucky enough to see a few scenes. I visited Paul at the editing room, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Just beautiful shot. He really made it into an art film.
Well, the trailers look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is this your first time shooting in 3D? Because you didn't do the. So how was that?
Yeah, how was the transition from?
It's weird, man. You feel like you're on the one hand, it's like an entire genius geek camp kind of thing. You've got like 3 tents filled with 15 screens and guys with laser beams going and the glasses, and you constantly you walk back behind the thing to watch the replay or whatever it is, and you're like, oh, hold on, I need you put that on, and it's really wonderful on the one hand. On the other hand, it's like setup is like 45 minutes.
Really?
And you're like, it just takes forever, and then the camera, one camera's not working and the other camera's so it's so much more technical and complicated, and there's certain things that you have to watch out for as an actor. You can't, there's a certain kind of a perimeter around the camera that you kind of, it's unseen, but you have to be careful not to step into it and so on. But it's fascinating, and it's a lot of fun, but the cameras right now are huge,
So they really are physically much bigger than the other.
God.
So it's a noticeable difference.
You start off with film, you start off with these huge cameras.
Right.
They shrink. All of a sudden, you got a guy running with a steady cam, and the camera's about this big, and the film on it is, running, and you got to change.
Like a little bigger than this, right?
And then boom, you go to digital, back to big cameras with a lot of wires everywhere, big brains and everything. And then they shrink. And now you got a guy running around with that, you know. And they just, the handles on it and the lens is bigger than the box, you know, it's ridiculous. And then you go 3D, boom, back to huge giant cameras again.
Wow.
Big, heavy things.
But it's worth it because you said it looks great. I mean, the immersion is...
It really looks amazing, you know. And for this kind of film, you know, 3D just gives you so many options, and it makes it so you get the opportunity to make it so beautiful, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Did you have a favorite place that you shot? Because I heard they shot a lot all over the world. Did you have a favorite location this time, or?
I just got to work in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Oh, that tells us something interesting.
How do you then, if there's these 45 minutes, you gave it away?
The Toronto thing?
Wait, what?
And don't get me wrong, I love Toronto. I feel half Canadian already, even though I have no right to say that. I really do. I feel half Canadian, and I love Toronto. But yeah, it would have been nice to.
If there are these long delays between setups, how do you keep yourself focused on that scene or what your character is doing? How do you?
Oh,
do you
I
have
don't
any
know. You know,
techniques,
it's. We just hang out, and laugh, and all the rest of it.
So you just
and
let
then
it
Mila
go.
shows
You
up.
don't
with,
try to stay amped up and.
Oh God, no. I mean, you can't stay amped up in a
Wear
movie
yourself
anyway,
out.
because like you'll wear yourself out after a day. Yeah. No, you just you chill out. We go, we travel, we do things. We go somewhere. We'll eat together. We'll laugh together. We'll go play with some kind of ridiculous gun or whatever it is that they have, and you know, Mila tweets, and so she walks around constantly with her iPhone filming everybody and taking pictures and things, and yeah, it's fun. You know, we all. I mean, me, it was ridiculous. It was like going home kind of thing. You know, I had people on set, crew that I've worked with from The Mummy in Morocco to UC Undercover in Vancouver to V in Vancouver to a movie I shot in Regina to Covert Affairs to Resident Evil 2. I mean, it was just crazy. I've had people that I've worked with from everything over there, and that was fun. You know, it's like we all grew older, and it's fun.
So you've done, you've played villains, you've played heroes, you've played sort of both at the same time. What do you prefer in your career? What do you have more fun doing?
I gotta say, playing villains, there's something that's a lot of very attractive about it, because it's you get to be good when you're wanting to be good, but then you get to be really evil. You get to do bring so many colors to the character that you're playing. Whereas when you're playing just a good guy who's just trying to survive, you're just trying to survive, you know, and you're just good, and you don't do bad things, and you're not naughty, you know, and things like that. You're just constantly
narrower range of.
So you don't get as much of a range. You don't get an opportunity to do as much of a range. When you know you're a bad guy, then you get to be just a nice, lovely guy, and then you get to come out with this like horrendous.
And as I recall,
teeth in it, literally.
Yeah.
In The Mummy, you're the villain, but then we kind of feel bad for him at the end. So he actually, we kind of get your sympathy for the audience.
He's not really a villain. He goes against the good guys because he doesn't want them to bring the money back.
Right.
To life.
So he's going against Brendan Fraser.
His
right.
General kind of motive is good, you know.
Right.
I can't help it. I have a deep voice and I look like a bad guy. People think I'm a bad guy. He's a really nice man. The character I played on Sleeper Cells is really misunderstood, very,
I was going to say
a humanistic.
you brought like a nobility to him, even though he was, he's a terrorist. But
I know, because I felt that, and I still feel that way. I feel that whether you play a bad guy or a good guy, you have to have motives that bring you back to normality. You know what I mean? Your motives should be understood by everybody, whether you're bad or good. if you just kill people just for the fun of killing people, then people don't connect with you as
Right.
much. But if you kill people because you have a real motive and you really are sincere about it, and it's something that people can go, oh, I can understand. Oh God, I can't understand that. You know, it's like, oh, this is horrible. You
I
know.
shouldn't be thinking
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I like this character. Oh, God, I shouldn't. Why did I just say that? That it's a lot more interesting, you know. So
And most villains don't think they're the villain. You know?
exactly.
Oh, true. Right. Yeah.
They have a complete right to do what they're doing, you know. I did this movie called For the Love of Money, and it's a small independent film, and I play this horrible drug dealer who kills people and everything, but he's kind of good. And at the end of the movie, you really feel for the guy. You know, you really feel for the guy. And it's based on a true story. So I met the family and this guy's brother, and you know, and the whole family are going like, oh, he is so sweet. Oh, he was such a soul, such a human being. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, he killed people, he sold drugs,
But he had a family.
but I guess somebody loved him, and he was. Do you know what I mean? So it's always that, you know. And I think that's the fun part about bad guys, is that you really make them human. You know?
You do good.
Again, I think it's a scary face.
That's what it is. Hooks him every time.
Very scary face.
Oh, it's so scary.
I knew that when I was at drama school and we did the Nativity, and I played one of the kings in the Nativity. And if I didn't come on stage and had at least 3 kids pee themselves and cry, I wasn't doing my job right. So it's a true story. So anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.